Hello, hi guys, my name is Sarvansh and thank you for watching my the other video about Intune tutorial. So today's video we are going to talk about the remote help preview, how we can configure this and how we can utilize it. So this remote help preview usually used to take a remote control from one machine to another machine. So let me start this video and before this let me tell you in the last video I shows you how we can configure the remote assistant with the integration of Teamweaver, how we can integrate our Teamweaver to take the remote control. So if you have not watched that video, please go back and watch that video how you can integrate your Teamweaver with your Intune to take the remote control. So let me start this video here. So here is like I create a chart. On the chart I shows you in my the last video as well, and I'm showing you now. In the remote help preview, let's see what are the feature we can utilize. Or what are the features we have. So here it's a remote view and the control we can use. Chat we cannot use. File transfer we cannot use. Chat file transfer is disabled. That is feature we cannot use here. But you can see in the Teamweaver we can use is the maximum feature. So and here is like over the internet support. So it will support over the internet and auditing reporting. So you can do the reporting as well, and it's support for the all platform Windows, iOS, Android. So it won't be support for all platform. So this is for the Windows only. So integrated with the Windows 10, no additionally app is required. No, so these are the features, like very less features I can say in the our remote help. So let us go and try to understand what are the steps we are going to use to configure the remote help. Like so first of all, we are going to configure the remote help under the tenant administration. Then we'll be downloading the remote help installer.exe. Then we'll be creating a application, deploy in Intune from the Intune, and then we'll be configuring the login and then launching the application, and then we'll take a remote control. So let me move it to the console, and I can show you here the tenant administration. Under the tenant administration we have the option to configure this remote help. So let it load. Okay, so here what you can do, go to the remote help preview to enable the remote setting. And okay, so once you are on this screen, go to the setting, and under the setting you need to configure this remote help setting. It won't be the enabled, and you need to select the enable and here the allowed. So that's all, this is the setting you have to do it. So once you done it, then automatically this feature will enable for the all the machines. So let us go and to the devices, and let's see whether the feature is enabled or not. Let us go to the device, all devices. Okay, so once you are on this screen, you can select any of the device, and from the device property, we can see in a remote help feature is enabled. Okay, so here what you can do, you can go here and launch this application. In my the last video, you seen like the remote assistant for the Teamweaver. So in the same way, we can see in it's like a remote help. So now you can see in its game launch the remote help or launch the Teamweaver. So once you in the last video, you seen the launch how we launch the Teamweaver. In the similar way, we can launch the remote help. So once you installed on your local machine, you can click here and it will open your app. So first you need to install the application on your local machine. So as I told you, you can launch your remote help application by the manually, or you can go to the Intune console as well. So like that's how you can launch this application. We'll see the practical. Let me show you the something more about this. Okay, so here is the article from the Microsoft, and let me search you the download option where we can download this. Okay, so here is the download the remote file. So once you click here, the application will download on your machine, and once it download, what you need to do, you can convert into the Intune win file that is used to create a application in Intune. So, and here the interaction, how you can do that. So you can create an application to deploy on the end user machine. Well, let me show you how you can do that. The application settings. So already I create the application here to deploy on the end user machine, so it will reduce our time. And if you want to know more about how you can create the application, I created a separate video for this. Just I'm showing you the how you can fill the settings, installation and installation command. So you can go to the property, and I can show you. Okay, so now here is the application detail where I use this command to install and uninstall the application. And here is the detection method for this, and then I deploy it to the collection. Group name is the remote help. So once this application deploy to the end user machine, then you can able to use the remote help. So let us go to the my machine. So here I have two machine where I installed the remote help application. So let me open the remote help, and we'll see how we can take a control. Let me launch this application both the side, from the user side and from this let me sign in, and let me launch remote help. So this is my like a source machine, and this is the destination machine. So once you install it first time, you need to put the username and password. And from this is my the source machine, and I am trying to take RDP for this Intune 3 machine. So let me generate a code from where I'm trying to take the RDP. And once the code is generated, you need to send to the user over the chat, over the Teams, or however you want. So that user will input the security code here, and then you can able to connect to the user machine. Okay, so now security code is generated. Let me copy this and put it to the end user machine. And it will take just some time to connect this remote machine. So waiting the person helping you, and will be getting the pop-up over here. Still it's not initiated. Okay, so if you seen, here is the pop-up, it's like something weird. Why it is like that, I don't know. Okay, so let me just take a full control. Okay, so actually the application was crashed, and I launch it again. So let me do it, take a full control again, and we'll see whether we are getting the control. Okay, so we will be getting this pop-up over here, like if your device is not compliance, so based on your company requirement. But let me click OK here, and now you can see in the remote control for this back machine, this machine. So this remote control is came, but I think I don't have the good internet speed, that's why it's showing. Let me minimize and try again to open. So it's not loading, but it will load. I don't have the good internet speed. So guys, like the few recommendation I want to suggest, or when you are sorry, when you are doing this remote assistant implementation, just please read this document thoroughly. So here is some security recommendation has given. Let me go here and show you. So this network condition should allow or this port for 3 port should be enabled on your the remote machine and the your local machine. So on the both the sides, this port should be enabled, and from the machine these URL should accessible. If you implemented the Defender or any other antivirus, so please provide the exclusion for these URLs. Then you can able to take control for this device. So I'm not sure what is wrong here. It's not getting load completely, and it's very slow. Like I can say, yeah, it's something is opening. No, let me open. Let me do like this. I think my machine is slow. So yeah. So the problem with this, if you seen it, I cannot see my mouse, but another screen you can see in the mouse. If you want to open anything, you can go here and you can open like the movie and TV. I collect and it launch on the remote machine. So I'm not using my cursor here. I'm using here, and let me open something else like the calculator, because in this my screen I am unable to see it, just I'm watching here. So you can control your the remote machine. So guys, that's all I think in this, or if you need like the logs detail, yes, I can explain you. You have to go with the temp folder, temp file, and you can just open the logs file. If you want to study the logs file, so you can check the logs file here, what are the session has generated, or like all about the logs file. And here is the event viewer logs file as well. So under this security, let me go quickly here. Under the Microsoft application, Microsoft Windows, and then we have a like a remote help, and here you can see in the logs file. So this is like a event viewer for the remote help. So now let us talk about the like monitoring, how we can do it. The monitoring we can see here under the help preview, and here you can see in the 2 times session was established. For one is here and one is here. Oh, okay, actually 3 times. So you can see in the when and how long the session was there, just for the 3 minute 5 session, and a remote session you can check here how many times we launched the remote session, through which ID we launch, what are the ID we used, receipt ID. So this is like a, source ID, this is destination ID, this is like a as a user ID I can say. So session, and this session is still going on, this session is still active. So you can see in here the session is active. So I think my machine having some problem, it's got shut down. But anyway, so you can see the logs file here as well. So thank you guys for watching this video. See you soon in my the next video.